So, yeah, so we'll discuss about index. What is an index, first of all? Okay, so let us say, first I would like to give the definition and then we'll give the explanation. Okay, try to understand, it is very easy concept. An index in SQL is a special data structure that helps the database to find and retrieve the rows faster, just like an index in the book. Instead of scanning the entire table row by row, the index provides a quick lookup path based on the specific columns and improving select performance. So, however, index takes extra storage and slow down insert, update, delete operations because they must be updated whenever the data changes. Now we will see what is an index, why an index is important to SQL Server to find the data fast. Okay, so simple. Okay, index ఎందుకు వాడతామురా అంటే బేసిక్ గా let us say I have a 1000 pages book with me right now. Okay, ఇప్పుడు ఈ బుక్ లో let's say algorithms algorithms అనే టాపిక్ like lecture, what do you say, lesson, yeah, let us say I have a book which is having 1000 pages. I have an algorithms lesson. I have to go. Okay. So how do you know this algorithms lesson in which page? In what is that page number or you know in which page that is there? You don't know, right? It is a 1000 page book. You have to search from starting page to the ending page until you find this algorithm. Am I making sense? Guys, you're following me? Let us say I opened page number 1. I checked in the entire page. I did not see. I go to the second page. I did not see. Like that, I have to find each and every page. I have to search until I find this lesson algorithms. Right? So let us say if it is there in 990 page, so I have to search all the 990 pages. Am I correct? You're getting my point or not? So you have to search each and every page. You have to search each and every page because you don't know in which page you will get it. You don't know in second page, you don't know in fifth page, you don't know in which page. So you have to scan each and every page of the book. So is it a quick help to find the lesson or is it a time taking procedure to find this lesson? It takes lot of time, right? So to search 990 pages, it takes a lot of time, and your all the time will be finished in just searching that lesson, not reading it, right? So it is very time taking, and all your time is getting wasted by looking for this lesson, right? So that is why we got a concept of index. So if you see in your textbooks, right, you might, you all are graduates, right? You might seen so many textbooks, subject wise. So in the first page itself or the second page of your book, there is a concept called index. Did you ever see this on your books? Did you observe? So what it is written? let us say they will give you all the chapters in the index itself, right? Let us say the chapter 1 from page 1 to 15. The next one, chapter 2, it is from 16 to 13. Like that, they keep giving you all the chapters, right? Chapter 100 from 550 to 578 pages, right? So let us say here you have chapter 101, which is algorithms chapter, right? That is from 579 to 603. So in this case, is it required to scan each and every page of the book to go to this lesson? Right? So you can easily open the index and look for the required chapter, and you can see the page number and you can easily jump onto that number. You can jump to 579 to 603 so that it will be easy and very, very time saving. You're not wasting your time there. You are saving a lot of time by quickly finding out that chapter is in which page. So you can simply go there. You don't need to scan from page 1 to 6, 579. It is not required. When you have an index, it will give you all the information like which chapter is in which page, from which page to which page, so that you can easily find out that the particular lesson is in which page. So you don't need to search everything, right? So you understand my point, you understand the concept of index. Now you study the definition of an index. An index in SQL is a special data structure that helps the database to find and retrieve the rows faster. Means, let us say I have 1 lakh records. I have 1 lakh records which are in the table and I want to find out the person called Sadan. How can I find out? Without an index. Of course, I can find the same thing. I have to start searching from first name, second name, third name, every row. Let's say I have 1 lakh rows in the table. So I have to start from the first row. Sadhan is there? No. Second row, Sadhan is there? No. Third row, Sadhan is there? No. Like that, you have to search each and every row, which means we call it as a table scan. So we call it as a table scan because you are scanning every row. You are trying to find that guy in the first row. If you don't find that, you will go to the second row. If you don't find, next row, next row, next row, like that. You will scan the entire table row by row until you find the person Sadan, right? So to avoid this, because to scan 1 lakh rows, I don't know, this name can be in 99,256 position. So this means what? You have to scan 99 rows, 256 rows. 99,256 rows you have to scan. So it's going to be very, very, very time consuming and which will slow down the performance. Let us say you understand in a real time scenario. Let us say you open an application. You open an application, you are searching for something, right? Let us say you open a food application like a Zomato or a Swiggy. You typed for biryani, right? So let's say if it is taking 3 minutes to display biryani, how does it feel to the customer? Getting my point? How does it feel to the customer? The customer will be very angry and he will not have that much of patience. He will simply close the application and he will go out and get the whatever he want. So what happened here? Because in that application, you might have hundreds of items, right? Hundreds of food items. So to find the biryani and the application doesn't know in which position that is there. It is keep loading, loading, loading to find that biryani so that the customer will go away. Then the business will be lost, right? Like that, if the same thing repeats to the multiple customers, people will stop using Zomato or Swiggy. Then what happens? The company will be closed, right? So if you apply the index on food items column, right? If you apply the index, it will keep in a order. It will keep in an order, and whenever you search for biryani, it will just jump to the alphabet B and it will find biryani and give it to the customer. Right? You understand the concept of index or any doubts on the concept of index? Anybody? Getting my point or not? So index will help SQL Server to find the rows fast instead of checking row by row. Getting my point or any doubt? So here, what is an, let's say, table is a big textbook. Okay, the rows are nothing but the lines in the notebook or the concepts in the notebook. So index is basically a special page that will tell you if you want this data, go to this place quickly. So it is a shortcut to find the data fast. All right. So we have different types of indexes. So different types of indexes. What all the different types? The first one, which is very, very, very important, clustered index. Okay. So clustered index, what it will do? So let us say your textbook, take your textbook. How the page number starts from? It starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in an order, right? So the page itself is sorted. It started from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like that until the last page number. So it is sorted. So the clustered index, what it will do, this index will sort the data in a physical order. Okay, so clustered index will sort the data in physical order. Okay, just a moment, let me try to give you a table. Okay, 1 second. One second. So let me create one table. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I have a table, let's say 27 today. I'm going to create this. Let me insert some data in it. Okay, okay. Now try to observe carefully. Select star from table. Okay, so the data is like this. Okay. So this is actually the data is inserted into this table. Okay. So the student ID is 52917 Rahul. Okay. So is it in order? Student ID 1 should be on the top, 2 should be on the second, and whatever the next 5 should be here, and 7 should be here, and 9 should be here. This should be the case, right? When it is having a proper ascending order or a descending order. So let us see what happens if I apply the index or the clustered index. What happens? We will see that. Okay. Let us see the create index, because we are creating a clustered index. Create clustered index. You can give any name. So generally try to understand, when you are creating a function, we give create function name. When you are creating a table, we give create table name. So now I am going to create a clustered index. Okay, and then create clustered index and index name. This can be anything. So ID X, just for my identification purpose. IDX student 27. You can give any name, that doesn't matter. Okay. So this is create clustered index, index name. Ah, on which table you are going to create this index? This on. Okay. On this table. So you don't create a index on a table. You create an index on a column or inside the table. Getting my point? Because you might have 100 columns on the table. Inside the table, you might have 100 columns. But you can apply the index only on particular columns. Okay. Now I'm going to apply the index on this student ID column. Okay, let me create. Guys, try to observe carefully. The data is in this order right now, 52917. So I am creating an index now. Let us see what happens. Okay, the command completed successfully. Now let me call this table. So what happened? What is the difference you observed here? Right? Try to understand carefully. Let us say here, if I want to find out the student who is whose okay whose employee ID is 1. Try to understand. So I have to find out the student whose employee ID is 1. Means this is without index. What I have to do? First I will search this. Okay, 5 is not 1. Okay, this is also not. This is also not. I got the result at fourth attempt. But the same thing if I want to find out with index, where did I find this? At the first position only. The time is saving, right? Immediately I'm getting, instead of scanning the entire table. So guys, try to understand, this is called index scan. This is called index seek. Very, very important. Okay. Every interview question. Difference between index scan and index seek. So then you have to tell. So index scan is something that it will scan the entire table looking for a particular record. So index seek is without scanning the entire table, it will go to that particular record. So when you when you sort the data, when you keep the data in sorted order, it will directly go to that particular record. When you don't scan the data, it has to, when you don't index the data, it has to check each and every line and it will take time. Okay, understood? Or Any doubt here? So you can take this point, write down in your notebooks. Clustered index physically sort and store the data in the table rows in the index key order. Even if the data was inserted unsorted, the clustered index reorganizes the pages in sorted order. Getting my point? Let us see. మీకు ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూపిస్తాను ఆగండి. ఇదే తీసుకోండి. So this is the data, right? So what I will do, I will టెక్నికల్ గా అర్థం చేసుకోండి. ఫస్ట్ రో ఇది నేను చేస్తున్నా, తర్వాత ఇది 3 4 4 6 8. Try to understand. Okay, how can I say? ఇప్పుడు డేటా అనేది ఇలా ఉంది, అవునా? ఇప్పుడు నేను నెక్స్ట్ 10 అనేది ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తే ఇట్ షుడ్ కమ్ బిలో 9. తర్వాత 3 అనేది ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తే ఇట్ షుడ్ కమ్ బిలో 10. లెట్స్ సే ఇప్పుడు ఇది 10, ఇది రాహుల్. తర్వాత 3 ఇన్సర్ట్ అవుతుంది, సీత విల్ కమ్ హియర్. తర్వాత 4 ఇన్సర్ట్ అవుతుంది, అర్జున్ విల్ కమ్ హియర్. తర్వాత 6 ఇన్సర్ట్ అవుతుంది, రామ్ విల్ కమ్ హియర్. ఓకే, అండ్ దెన్ 8 ఇన్సర్ట్ అవుతుంది, కిరణ్ షుడ్ కమ్ హియర్. ఓకే, జస్ట్ సెకండ్. నాకేంటి జలుబు చేసింది? Meeting. Okay, so this should be the pattern, right? This is, I'm inserting 10 first, and then 3, and then 4, and then 6, and then 7. 6 and 8. This should be like this. Okay, now let me try to execute and we'll see what happens. I have inserted the data. Now I will call this table. Virat, what is the difference you understood here? Chapali, Vaishali, okay, that is fine. Okay, anybody else? Kada? So even though I inserted the data, okay, I inserted the data in this order, but what it did, it is automatically put the data in an order. Actually the data was like this: 1 2 5 6 1 2 5 7 9, but after inserting the data should come here. Okay, wait, I will tell you one more difference, you will understand more better. Okay, what I will do, I will try to drop this index, we will see what happens. Okay. Must specify the table name. Okay. One second. Yeah. So you can just keep only the table name, not required. Yeah. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, try to observe carefully. Now I will keep this one right like this. 19, 15, 12, 11, 26. Okay. Now it's not having any index. The data is inserted. I will call the data. Vaishali, try to understand. Until here, this was my existing data. Okay. So now what happened? I am trying to insert 19, 15, 12, 11 and 6. The data is inserted in the same order. Everybody concentrate here, right? The data is inserted in the same order. Correct? You're getting my point? 19 is the first position, 15 second, 12 second, 11 second, 26 second. Clear? Okay. Now I will take this result. I will keep it aside. Right? The data is like this: 19, 15, 12, 11, 26. Is it in a proper order, Amma? No, right? So 11 should come first and then 12. The very next one, 13, 14 is not there. 15 should come. 16, 17, 18 is not there. 19 should come and then 26 should come at the end. Now what I'm going to do, let us observe. I'm creating a clustered index on this table, on this column. I'm executing it. Now it is created successfully. And now I will call the table. What happened? Right? Vaishal, it's clear now? Understood? Everybody, I'm asking individually. If you don't respond, the loss will be yours, not mine. Please speak if you don't understand. If you're not speaking, that means I should consider that you understood very well. See, even though you entered the data, you loaded the data unsortedly, it will reorganize automatically. If, before creating index, if the data is unorganized, once you create an index on that particular column, that will automatically organize the data. It will go inside and it will keep the things properly, like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 15 19 26. Right? So even though after you create a clustered index, if you try to insert the value, now let us see that. Okay, so basically it's 26. So let us say I'm going to give 13. So this 13 should come after 26. Careful గా observe చేయండి. Okay, let us see what happens. ప్రియాంక, ఈ రో ఎక్కడ ఇన్సర్ట్ అయి ఉంటుంది అనుకుంటున్నావు? అదే ఎక్కడొస్తుంది చెప్పమ్మా. ఇది ఓకే, లెట్స్ సీ దట్ నౌ. You got it? Because it has the index on this column. Even though you pass the data unorganized, it will automatically take that data and keep it organized. అది ఏ పొజిషన్ లో ఉండాలో ఆటోమేటిక్ గా ఆ పొజిషన్ కి తీసుకెళ్లి డేటాని ఇంజెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. సో దీనివల్ల ఏమవుతుంది, రేపు పొద్దున మీరు లెట్స్ సే యూ హ్యావ్ 10 lakh రికార్డ్స్ ఇన్ దిస్ టేబుల్, దో ఇట్ విల్ బి ఆర్గనైజ్డ్ ఆటోమేటికలీ. Yes, you can. Let us see that now. Go to the databases. నేను ఈ టేబుల్ ఏ డేటాబేస్ లో ఉంది? నవంబర్. సో అక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలి. దట్ ఈస్ ఫ్రమ్ నవంబర్. గో టు నవంబర్. ఏంటిది? వాట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ అన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇట్ ఈస్? ఏంటిది? స్టూడెంట్ 27 అనేది ఏంటి? టేబుల్. గో టు టేబుల్స్. స్టూడెంట్ 27 అనే టేబుల్కి వెళ్ళండి. ఇక్కడ ఉందా? ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేయండి దీన్ని. ఇక్కడ ఏంటి? కాలమ్స్. సో అంటే ఏంటి? ఆ టేబుల్లో ఏమేం కాలమ్స్ ఉన్నాయో యూ కెన్ చెక్ దోస్ కాలమ్స్. డేటా టైప్ ఏంటి, లెంత్ ఎంత, నల్లా నాట్ నల్లా అనేది. గాట్ ఇట్? సో ఇక్కడ మనకు అవసరం లేదు. కీస్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద కీస్? లైక్ ప్రైమరీ కీ, ఫారిన్ కీ, యూనిక్ కీ ఇలాంటి ఏమైనా ఉంటే యూ కెన్ చెక్ దోస్ కీస్. కన్స్ట్రెయింట్. కన్స్ట్రెయింట్ ఏంటి? చెక్ కన్స్ట్రెయింట్. ఓకే, ఇలాంటి కన్స్ట్రెయింట్స్ ఏమైనా ఉంటే ఇక్కడ చెక్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ట్రిగ్గర్స్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఇంకా రాలేదు. దెన్ వి విల్ సీ దట్ లేటర్. కెన్ యూ సీ ఇండెక్సెస్? ఒక టేబుల్ కి ఏవైనా ఇండెక్సెస్ ఉన్నాయా లేవా అని చెక్ చేసుకోవాలి అంటే దిస్ ఈస్ ద ప్రొసీజర్. ఎక్స్పాండ్ ఇట్. కెన్ యూ సీ ద ఇండెక్స్ నేమ్ వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ క్రియేటెడ్? బాబు క్లియరా? All right. So this is one way to check the things, and the other one is select the table name, Alt F1. You will see the complete table definition. So ఇక్కడ మీకు వచ్చే కాలమ్స్, కన్స్ట్రెయింట్స్ అవన్నీ ఇక్కడ వస్తాయి. You can see columns. This is the table name. ఎందుకు ఇది యూజర్ టేబుల్ అంటుంది? Because I am the user, I created this table, that is why it is a user table. ఎప్పుడు టేబుల్ క్రియేట్ అయింది? 2025 నవంబర్ 27 మార్నింగ్ 7:20కి ఇది క్రియేట్ అయింది. ఓకే, దీంట్లో ఏమేమి కాలమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి? కాలమ్స్, వాటి డేటా టైప్స్ ఏంటి, వాటి లెంత్స్ ఏంటి, అది నల్లబుల్లా నాట్ నల్లబుల్లా. దిస్ ఈస్ ద వన్. ఐడెంటిటీ. సో దీని మీద ఏదైనా ఐడెంటిటీ ఉందా? యు నో రైట్, ఐడెంటిటీ కన్స్ట్రెయింట్. యు ఆర్ ఆల్ అవేర్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్, right? So you can see a file group, adi primary file group or secondary file group anedi it will tell you. And you can see indexes. You can see IDX students. This is the index name we have created. You can see clustered located on primary file group and on which column? On student ID column. This is how you will get it. Okay, and now we will see one more thing. Very very important. A table interview lo ఖచ్చితంగా అడుగుతాడు. How many clustered indexes you can create it on a table? Can anybody tell me? One. Okay, so a table can have only one clustered index because the data can be sorted only once. Okay, it might be confusing for you. Let us see practically. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ చూడండి, డేటా అనేది నేను క్లస్టర్డ్ ఇండెక్స్ ఏం చేశానండి, ఈ స్టూడెంట్ ఐడి మీద క్రియేట్ చేశాను. సో అదేం చేసింది, డేటాని 1 2 3 4 5 ఇలా ఒక ఆర్డర్లో ఆర్గనైజ్ చేసింది, రైట్? సో వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్ ఇఫ్ ఐ క్రియేట్ ఎ క్లస్టర్డ్ ఇండెక్స్ ఆన్ దిస్? వైశాలి, ఏం జరుగుతుంది? నేను కనుక ఇంకొక క్లస్టర్డ్ ఇండెక్స్ ఈ కాలం మీద కనుక నేను క్రియేట్ చేస్తే వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్? అవునా? గుడ్. రైట్. సో లెట్ అస్ సే ఇప్పుడు ఏం జరుగుతుంది చూద్దాం. ఆల్ఫాబెట్ వైజ్ గా ఇందులో ఏది ఫస్ట్ వస్తుంది? రామ్, సీత, సీత, అర్జున్. అర్జున్ ఏ విల్ కమ్ ఫస్ట్. ఏ తర్వాత ఏముంది? ఏఆర్ఆర్ కే, కిరణ్. రైట్. సో దెన్ కిరణ్ విల్ కమ్. అండ్ దెన్ రామ్, సీత, అర్జున్, రాహుల్, రామ్. సో రాహుల్ వస్తుంది తర్వాత. అండ్ దెన్ రామ్ వస్తుంది, అవునా? అండ్ దెన్ సీత వస్తుంది. ఆల్ఫాబెట్ వైజ్ అయితే ఇది కరెక్ట్ కదమ్మా? ఓకే, అలాగే ఉండండి మీరు. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏం జరుగుతుంది? అర్జున్, అర్జున్ ఎంప్లాయీ స్టూడెంట్ ఐడి ఎంత? 4, అవునా? ఇప్పుడు అర్జున్ పైకి వచ్చినప్పుడు అర్జున్ స్టూడెంట్ ఐడి కూడా పైకి వస్తుంది కదా? రైట్. యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ మై పాయింట్ ఎవ్రీబడి? ఓకే. సో ఇట్ విల్ బి 4. కిరణ్ ఐడి ఎంతమ్మా? 7. తర్వాత రాహుల్ ఐడి ఎంత? 5. రామ్ ఐడి ఎంత? 1. తర్వాత సీత 3 ఆర్ 2, ఎనీథింగ్ ఇస్ ఫైన్. ఇప్పుడు ఏం జరిగింది వైశాలి ఇక్కడ? వాట్ హ్యాపెండ్? కదా? దెన్ ఇక్కడ క్లస్టర్డ్ ఇండెక్స్ దీని మీద క్రియేట్ చేయడం వల్ల యూజ్ ఏమైనా ఉందా? రైట్. అగైన్ ద డేటా ఈజ్ అన్ఆర్గనైజ్డ్. స్టూడెంట్ ఐడి మీద డేటా అనేది ఆర్గనైజింగ్ గా ఉంది. దిస్ కెన్ బి ఎనీథింగ్. నాకు ఇది వస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్ ఇది వస్తుంది కదా. 12 వస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్ అర్జున్ వస్తాడు కదా. బట్ అర్జున్ వస్తే నాకు 12 రాదు. ఎందుకు అంటే అర్జున్ అనేవాడు 100 మంది ఉండొచ్చు. దేర్ కెన్ బి 100 పీపుల్ అర్జున్స్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ కాల్ అర్జున్ you will get 100 IDs. It is confusing to whom you want to call. But student ID can be unique, so that by student ID you can identify that particular person, but not by the name, not by the location, not by the subject, not by the class. Only by the ID is going to be the unique one, so that you can identify the particular person only by their ID. Let us say we have 150 crore people in India. Everybody is having Aadhaar card. So let's say Vaishali. There can be at least, I believe so, 10,000 Vaishalis in India. Correct? But everybody will have a unique Aadhaar number. Right? 10,000 will have 10,000 unique Aadhaar numbers. So if I enter Vaishali, I will get 10,000 Aadhaar numbers. But if I enter Vaishali's Aadhaar number, I will get only particular Vaishali and address. Clear? So makes sense why we can have only one clustered index on a table. Everybody. అసలు చూద్దాం, ఒకవేళ నిజంగా అట్లా చేస్తే ఏమవుతుందో చూద్దాం. I don't know, I never did this one, but I want to see with you all what happens. Can you see? Can somebody read this error? Read this error here. Because it is, you're telling clustered index. Boss, an index with the name already exists on this table. So you are not allowed to create another clustered index. Getting my point? So we can have only one clustered index on a table because the data can be sorted only once. If you want to try to sort the data by name, the student IDs will again clumsy, zigzag, up and down, reorganized. Getting my point? You all, and I hope you all understood clustered index very, very, very good. I believe so. You should be able to answer whenever I ask. And one more thing. When you create a primary key on a column, by default, clustered index will be created. Okay? You don't need to create a clustered index separately when you have a primary key table, primary key column on your table. Okay? We will see that also. Okay? So let's say integer and primary key. So I created a table, right? 2711 just now. We'll refresh the tables and we'll see. Pradeep Naidu, you are there in the class? Again, mic not working. I guess I'm not getting your voice. That's fine. Follow the class. Yeah. So, what is happening? 2711. This is the table I just created. So, you can see now. Go to columns, ID. Can you see? Key symbol. And you can see PK. Means this column is primary key, integer data type, and it should not be null. It cannot accept any null values. You can go to keys. You can see primary key, PK students, okay, and go to indexes. You can see, can you all see this? PK students clustered. So I just created a primary key. It is automatically created a clustered index. Just select Alt F1 and see the table definition. Can you see? Did I create any index separately? I created only primary key. That primary key is automatically created a clustered index. Okay. I hope this is clear for everybody. I need a response from everyone. All right. So we still have few more indexes that we will discuss in the next class. Okay. Chalo, we'll meet tomorrow. Bye everyone.